almost as noisy as my sisters at home.
Here's a young Barry Sanders at Oklahoma State University before his junior year talking about his workouts and belief system. He would later go on to have a legendary junior season, but his journey to greatness started long before that. Barry Sanders has a 40-inch vertical jump, measured by the vertec without a step. Barry said, "I know I got my leaping ability from my first love, basketball, but mostly from hopping up those stadium stairs at Wichita State." Barry's brother Byron also had flashes of greatness. Byron plays at Northwestern but had some injury problems last season. However, when Byron was healthy, he was also awesome. He rushed for 295 yards against Minnesota. Their father saw the potential in both of them. Now Mr. Sanders has 2 sons that will star as running backs at major colleges. Ah, those stadium stairs. Barry Sanders looked at his big brother Byron, who looked up at the stadium stairs at Wichita State. "Let's do it," they shouted. They hopped up and up. Their legs pumping and straining, they bounded like kangaroos to the top. Exhausted, they smiled. Their father watched and knew. "Son, I've seen thousands of running backs, and Barry, I know you can play." At the time, Barry stood only an even 5 feet tall and weighed only 105 pounds. He was a 9th grader. Barry admitted, "There's been only one person that's had confidence in me, my father. He's always been straightforward with me. He tells me like it is, whether it's good or bad. I believed him when he told me that I could play. He's always felt that I had the ability to play high school or major college football." With that encouragement, Barry got to work. "Since I was so much shorter than the others, I wanted to lift to make up for it," he recalled. Progress came slowly. He was 5'3" and weighed only 125 pounds as a sophomore. His bench max rose slowly from his 95-pound 9th grade max. Barry kept pushing, and by his junior year, he had grown to 5'6" and 160 pounds. With a 270-pound bench, his speed was blazing, with a 4.45 40. But despite his growth, he wasn't an offensive star yet. He started on defense, but played only sparingly on offense. Barry didn't know it, but he was doing some advanced plyometrics, which was adding spring and muscle ligament tendon strength to his legs. "I played a lot of basketball. That's my first love. I know that helped, but hopping up those stadium stairs at Wichita State with my brother was the key," Barry said. Then came his senior year. Playing for Wichita North High School as a senior under first-year coach Dale Burkholder is when Barry really began to shine. He started at tailback and led the Red and White Redskins to the Kansas State playoffs. It was the first time the team had made the playoffs in many years. Barry's strength and athleticism exploded. Barry could now dunk the basketball. His vertical jump was 36 inches, and he grew taller and huskier, 5'8" and 175 pounds. He benched 300 pounds and was named as an all-state running back.
For his work in leading his fellow Redskins to the state tourney, Barry is our KSN Most Valuable Player of the Year.
Despite his dominance, Barry was not heavily recruited because of his lack of height and weight. "Oklahoma State University was my best offer," Barry said. OSU took a gamble, and Barry made the most of the opportunity. Barry got baptized in the football fire quickly. All the veteran running backs got hurt, and Barry was needed right away. Barry did not redshirt. Even though he did not start, he got some varsity playing time. This paved the way for a sensational sophomore year. Barry carried the ball well enough to be a second-team All-Big 8 running back. However, where Barry really sparkled last season was returning punts and kickoffs. He led the nation in kickoff return TDs to an average kickoff return yardage 31.57. Barry was second nationally in punt return yardage 16.27 and raced for another 2 touchdowns. By now, Barry's strength was elite. Barry's strength is a great example for any lineman. He benches 360, parallel squats 556, and power cleans 365 pounds. Barry himself credited weight training for his success. "I've been lifting a long time. I try to work out as hard as I can. I wouldn't be where I am now without weights. They've made me fast and quick with a bigger body weight. Also, I've never been hurt." His secret weapon? Flexibility. Flexibility is a big part of my training. Some people neglect stretching, but it's important. I do it for running style. I see some backs tighten up when they break open and they get caught. The greater your flexibility, the more relaxed you can be when you race for the goal.
Gundy's looking that way. Instead gets the swing pass to the right side to Sanders, and he's got some room, and Sanders is gone. Touchdown.
Barry had always heard the doubts. I've been told all my life that I'm too small to play at any level. I don't listen too hard. What's important is that I give my best effort at all times. If the pros think I'm too small, I'll use my degree to get a job. I want to play pro football. It'd be nice. I try not to think about it. I'll just do my best and see what happens. But Barry had faith in himself, in his work ethic, and in something greater. Coach, I will promise on my life that I've never touched a drop. As a Christian, I feel it's just not right. And drugs? Never. And that mindset carried over into everything. Barry is kind of quiet, but he leads by example. He always checks with his coaches. Barry is just a very responsible person and is a great worker in the weight room. He follows the program to a T. Jerry Schmidt, Oklahoma State strength coach. Barry had gone from a 105-pound ninth grader to one of the strongest, fastest running backs in the nation. Now, he was about to take over college football. This was Barry Sanders before the breakout.
Next, the number 3, Barry Sanders.
You guys are almost as noisy as my sisters at home.
Tomorrow night, Oklahoma State kicks off the 1988 football season. The big question in Stillwater, can kick returning wizard Barry Sanders replace All-American Thurman Thomas in the backfield?